What's cracking, Jack? It's Wednesday, January 12th, and you are in the jungle. 7 games on tap in the association. I got them all for you. Let's go. Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to the show. And if you're joining us for the first time, welcome to the jungle. We're going to break down all 7 games in the NBA. I'll give you what I think is the best side or total and player prop for each one of those games. Now, I don't bet every single game, so take what you want and leave what you don't. If you're looking to bet just what I'm betting, you can do that in one of 2 ways. Either purchase my $5 favorite play of the day, and for just $5 and no further commitment, you get my best NBA bet of the day text to your phone. Yesterday's play was the Nuggets on the money line. Congratulations to all who cashed. The other way is to become a Jungle member. And as a member, you get my entire betting card, all sports, all access, sent to your phone every single morning. You also get entry to our members-only Discord and a direct line to me if you'd like me to opine on any other bet that you're considering placing. We have a free weekly trial. Take it for a test spin and see if it's for you. Both links in the comment section. Today's video is brought to you by Outlier.bet, the top name in sports betting research, and by Red Lobster. Red Lobster Corporate is sad to announce the closing of our location in the Venezuelan capital. We were 4-1 yesterday in our selected plays. We hit the Nuggets money line. That was our play of the day. We hit Peyton Watson over points plus assists. We hit Kevin Durant over PRA, and we hit Okongwu over his rebound total. We missed on the Suns plus 1.5. Good start to the week. We're 8-2 in our 10 plays this week. Let's roll. We start today with a great game in Philadelphia. Cleveland plus 1.5 at the Sixers, over under 237.5. Both teams considerably healthy. Now, these teams are separated by just a game and a half in the Eastern Conference standings. They're very similar teams. Cleveland has a point differential of plus 2 on the season per game. Philadelphia plus 1.9. Both teams loaded with all-stars. Philadelphia is 10-9 at home. Cleveland 8-9 on the road. Sixers have been a little bit overvalued by the books at home this season, just 4-9 against the spread in their last 13 home games. They played this season once already in Cleveland. Cavs won 132-121. I always like to look deep into the box score of previous matchups. And in that game, the Sixers had 30 free throw attempts to the Cavaliers 17. That's an opportunity for 13 more free points. Philadelphia also out-rebounded Cleveland in that game by 9, 43-34. Both teams shot fairly even, but the difference was that Cleveland made a higher percentage of their three-pointers. And that's not an outlier performance. Cleveland is a better three-point shooting team. The other two things that I mentioned that went in Philadelphia's favor that stand out to me, I mentioned free throws and rebounds, those were outliers. So the circumstances that could change went in the Sixers' favor, yet Cleveland still beat them by 11. They match up well with the Sixers, this Cleveland team does. I like them plus the 1.5 today, and I like Donovan Mitchell over 26.5 points. This line's too low. He had 46 points the first time they played this season, and he's got a median of 30 points over his last 10 games. Toronto minus 2.5 at Indiana, over under 222.5. Toronto's 4th in the East, Pacers last in the East, but they've won 3 straight games. Indiana coming off of 2 straight home wins straight up against the Heat as a 6.5-point underdog and against the Celtics as a 5-point underdog. Now they're a 2.5-point home dog against the Raptors team that has not done well against the spread when lined as a favorite this year. Toronto 3-10 against the number in their last 13 games when favored. Take a chance with the Pacers and the points here, and consider Andrew Nembhard of Indiana over 28.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He's over this in 6 of his last 10 games with a median of 31 per game. Pardon me. Utah plus 2.5 at Chicago. The over-under 243.5. Leave your defense at home. Utah gives up the most points in the West at 126 a game. Chicago gives up the most points in the East, 121 points per game. I like the starting lineup that Utah has been putting out there, and I like the recent road success as an underdog. Utah has covered 3 of their last 4 games on the road, including a cover and a 4-point loss against the Thunder when they were lined as a 19-point underdog, and a straight-up win in Cleveland as a 13-point underdog. I lean Utah with the points, but I think the better play is over 243. And I like Josef Jurkic of Utah over 28.5 points, rebounds, assists. That big bastard's over this line in 9 of his last 10 games with a median of 33 per game. Brooklyn minus 1.5 at the Pelicans. Battle of the have-nots, over under 227 Pelicans on a back-to-back and have not beaten a team not named the Washington Wizards since December 22nd. I like Brooklyn on the money line. I think they're the better of two bad teams here. And I like Michael Porter Jr. of the Nets over 28.5 points plus assists. He's consistently over this line. Porter Jr. has exceeded this number in 16 of his last 20 games with a median of 31.5 per. Denver plus 1.5 at Dallas. The over-under is 225.5. Nuggets on the second day of a back-to-back, and it took everything that they had to beat the Pelicans last night. Aaron Gordon, at least, and possibly Jamal Murray, will sit this one out, in my opinion. I know that Gordon isn't yet cleared for back-to-backs, and Murray may sit as well. So I like the Mavericks on the money line, and I'll consider Tim Hardaway Jr. of Denver over 14.5 points. He's over this line in 7 of his last 10 games with a median of 17 per. The New York Knickerbockers going West Coast, a minus 11.5, taking on the Kings, over under 230.5. New York, of course, a much better team, but haven't been very trustworthy on the road. The Knicks just 8-2 straight up, and 28% against the spread when away from Madison Square Garden. I think that the Knicks win this game, but 11.5 is too many for the Knicks to lay on the road. I would take the boatload of points with the Kings here, and I would look at Miles McBride of the Knicks over 10.5 points. Deuce is over this line in 8 of his last 10 games and has a median of 17 points per game in that time. In the last game on the docket today, Washington plus 12.5, bless their heart, at the Clippers over under 225.5. Kawhi Leonard questionable. They may sit him out because the Wizards stink. Washington bottom 3 in essentially every major defensive metric that there is. The Clippers have won 7 of their last 8 games. The Clippers have covered 7 of their last 8 home games. That'd be the only side that I consider here. And I would think that Kawhi Leonard does sit this one out. There's no need to really play him. So I would consider James Harden over 35.5 points plus assists. Have a great day, Jungle Nation. Put your favorite NBA plays in the comment section. And I'll see you next time with a little more money in your pocket.